You grabbed a bottle that screams product of Italy. You probably paid extra. Here's the truth. A lot of what's sold as premium Italian extra virgin in the US is global blend at best, and occasionally not even fit for the pan until it's doctored to look green and fresh. Today we're breaking down 5 huge names behind the curtain. You'll see how bulk oil hops countries, gets bottled in Italy, and lands on your shelf with a story it didn't earn, and what to buy instead so you're not seasoning your dinner with hype.
A medical study involving some 92,000 people found that those who consumed more than a teaspoon and a half of olive oil a day reduced the risk of early death by 19%,
including reduced inflammation, longevity, improving lipid profiles, and even reducing the risk of certain chronic diseases,
compared to people who consumed less. But before you shop, know that not all olive oils are made the same.
To get the full health benefits of olive oil, you'll want to choose extra virgin, which contains many bioactive compounds, including phenols.
Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
Cooking dinner with it right now. Olive oil, an important part of the healthy Mediterranean diet.
But it's not just any old olive oil. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has the type to look for and one that taste testers give the thumbs up.
New study about olive oil in your diet. Researchers from Harvard now say olive oil may help lower your risk of dying from diseases including Alzheimer's, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. Those who consume more than half a tablespoon a day had a 19% lower risk of all of those causes of death.
Olive oil. You can drizzle it, dip into it, or just cook with it. It has a reputation for being good for you. So is it?
Research does link olive oil, especially when part of a Mediterranean-type diet, to numerous positive health outcomes.
Let's start with Bertolli. The name whispers Tuscany. The label leans farmhouse charm. But the truth is, that bottle is often a tour bus. Olives from Spain, Greece, Tunisia, pressed there. Then the oil rides in bulk tanks to Italy for a quick bottle and go. Here's the real kicker. The front winks Italian, while the fine print says bottled in Italy or lists EU sources. That's legal, and it sells. Big distributors chase blend consistency and shelf space, not grove identity. Labs and university panels have flagged imports that slip below extra virgin standards, with defects tied to age and rough storage. Long shipping and light exposure push oxidation fast, especially in clear bottles. You're buying the postcard, not the provenance. Now let's move on. Filippo Berio looks upscale. The name sounds like dinner in Florence, and you expect a fresh, grassy bite with a pepper kick. The truth is, industry tests have flagged samples that didn't meet extra virgin grade, and European authorities have challenged labels when flavor and chemistry didn't match the EVO rulebook. Real extra virgin shows fruit on the nose, low acidity, and clean bitterness. Time, heat, and oxygen drag it down fast. Multi-country blends can smooth flaws, but they also hide age. Independent panels and IOC or COC standards exist for a reason. Missing harvest dates and cryptic lot codes leave you guessing. So that Italian image may sit on a multi-country blend. No harvest date, mixed origins, commodity tuxedo. Now let's talk about a supermarket staple that keeps popping up in testing chatter for the wrong reasons. You spot Pompeian for cheap, stacked end-to-end at drugstores and big box chains. The name sounds old world, but the deal has fine print your tongue will notice later. Low price with huge volume means long trips, warm warehouses, and clear plastic that lets light beat up the oil.
Regular olive oil is refined and has almost none of these compounds.
To find the best extra virgin olive oils, trained taste testers blindly evaluated 26 different oils.
They also found some they say are good enough for cooking. Those include Costco's Kirkland Signature and 365 Whole Foods Market brand.
One that stood out for flavor and value, California Olive Ranch 100% California medium extra virgin olive oil. We found it at H-E-B, Walmart, and Target.
Independent panels have called out stale, fusty, even musty notes. Classic signs the oil slid past true extra virgin. Think of sunlight on milk. It goes off faster than you expect. Here's your home check. Open it. Sniff for fresh cut grass or green apple, then sip. You want a clean bloom and a pepper cough. Flat, greasy, or waxy. Walk away. Labs flag this slide too. Storage, light, and age spike peroxide and UV absorbance. No harvest date. Clear plastic, fuzzy origin. That's commodity oil in a fancy coat. If you want real EVO character, you need glass, a harvest date, and a single, named source. Now let's move on to a heritage name that has drawn serious scrutiny over the years. Carapelli looks handmade on the shelf. Thick.
A recent string of investigative reports, 60 Minutes to Forbes magazine, claim that much of the extra virgin oil sold in supermarkets is not the real thing.
To store olive oil, keep it tightly closed in a dark place away from heat sources like the stove.
Do you buy olive oil for your health? Well, it turns out that olive oil you buy in the supermarket may not be real olive oil at all.
The vast majority of what's on the shelf is not real olive oil. You get what you pay for.
The reports and several recent lawsuits claim many brands are really blends of olive, sunflower, and canola oil.
Glass, script label, warm colors. The story leans old world roots. The truth is the supply chain is new world flexible. Oil is often sourced where harvests are cheap and plentiful, then routed through Italy for blending and bottling. Here's the real kicker. Bottled in Italy, not the same as grown in Italy. Bulk tanks move through European ports, then pass under Italian lights for a cap and a stamp. Regulators in Europe have penalized players over mislabeling, which tells you this is a broader, persistent problem. Want proof of the real thing? Look for PDO or DOP, a single estate, a harvest date, and traceable lots. Carapelli's vibe is handcrafted. The contents are global. Now let's talk store brands. You see Italian on Kroger or Grey. The price looks friendly, and you toss it in the cart. The truth is, private label is a broker game. Buy the cheapest oil that meets broad specs, then move on. That's why one lot tastes fine and the next is flat. Retailers switch suppliers quietly. Flip the bottle. The back often lists a string of countries, not a single grove. Dark glass plus a harvest date is rare here, because that costs money. Third-party seals matter, COC, NLA, Australian standards, but store brands seldom show them. High turnover shelves won't save tired oil if the supply chain hides details. The label says Italy, the oil says anywhere. So what is the takeaway when you're standing in the aisle trying not to get burned? The Italian script on the front is theater. The truth lives on the back label. You want a harvest date, dark glass, origin, and a real seal that shows independent testing, not a house-made badge or a vague claim. Check your pantry tonight. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who buys on brand name alone. Spend your budget on proof, not a story. Look for a recent harvest, a place you can point to, and a certification you can verify. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.